Um, as soon as you join, we're gonna share good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending which side you watch this show. Anybody will join, we now just click on share button very quickly. We'll not get time for waste time today. We'll just go straight to the point. We're already almost there, 250,000, so we'll just kick off. Anybody join, make sure you share. Maybe we'll get anybody where everybody where they on board. We'll make sure we get everybody. It'll be very important, okay? All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much as you join. I'm gonna share extensively. Maybe we'll get everybody on board, all right? Thank you so much. Keep sharing, keep sharing. Thank you so much. I will start for play this particular voice note more and listen. If I will play the real one. So listen, and then I will start the show in 1 minute. Thank you so much.
For God's sake, for Christ's sake, who really posted this interview with this slot into this forum? For Christ's sake, may God slaughter this slot instantly and immediately in the mighty name of Jesus. Who is this slot dragging us behind? Who is this slot for Christ's sake? Who is this slot for Christ's sake? Oh my God. Look at the time this slot, this bitch is dragging us behind. May I curse you and your family, your entire generation forever in the mighty name of Jesus. You slot idiot.
Okay, so when I don't hear that particular audio, I will talk this show for pidgin because they target Arouna and Bazonians and make una understand because and then make also some point for La Republic du Cameroon make they understand which are they talk. Today I will show una even video where it corroborate which I don't talk yesterday and my past 2 shows or 3 shows about which one if you say it get for happen for La Republic du Cameroon, for Maurice Kamto and the rest. Now, Mommy and Papa, them fellow Southern Cameroonians, them will be very grateful the way our revolution will work out because every day something go more happy will bring with joy. Yesterday, when they be jail or leaders, them I be talk say because of the way when that people they go prison, they don't internationalize the struggle. You go see how media organs they go start carry all which way it don't happen for inside La Republic court. Although no journalists not be go to La Republic make them like na smuggling affair, but once our president, His Excellency, his lawyers, they be right about the issue. He did not the whole world. So hear every interview with Voice of America don't pick a phone. He call the lead lawyer for Sisi Kwayoktabe Julius. Not be them call Voice of America for Bexy interview the way Chris Ann we used to do and the rest. But now Voice of America call. When I see them for big media organs for China, all media organs for Cameroon, for La Republic and for Ambazonia, they don't carry them. Everybody is talking about it. Now, I will go first thing first. I will bring on the first thing about La Republic du Cameroon where I told I say probably I don't finish. I want to do this video in segments because it be very important. Make all will understand. The first thing I say, all man when a genuine Ambazonian, he must encourage anybody where they stay for inside La Republic du Cameroon for come out in their numbers. Well, you will support you will say, okay, Ambazonian when they did may not come out, and no one bring argument about that one. Make Ambazonian make them get the decision for see what they get for do if they vision and correcting for them. But we must encourage. When I see some people, they want can bring debate. They want can bring debate about the issue what happen for La Republic. So I know and say now we francophone that eyes are clear. So I know and say why they not be talking, why they put up for September 22nd. I tell some people say, if you get your birthday, if today they are birthday. Then your enemy, some person knock your enemy, you go vex. Or today they have birthday. Policeman shoot arm robber when one come for your house. You go back say no. Why policeman only shoot that arm robber and only for day for your birthday? More reason. No particular day, no day we go for choose out some man for make protest me facing a political this thing. First of all what the talk will be ambassadors will not say why people will not come out on the 22nd for protest. Where military not shoot them around on it. But if people they come out for francophone zones, it will give we 1 billion% advantage. We not get no disadvantage. Ask yourself what is the disadvantage if come people they come out with some people they if not be saying be La Republic. See when La Republic the fear now way you can't talk say me will not do it. I don't see this way Sako don't write and say me they stay clear. It's spelled stay na STAY, which is not wrong, but it's not very appropriate. Any person in a literature person in a person no grammar, when a person get savvy for English, you gonna know say the word get for being a STEER, stay clear. Although stay clear they correct, but it be inappropriate and premature for good English. So you know if you write for country where the especially put the read down, you write one post and make 10 mistakes. I will come back for that very issue. So you see, Cameroon government they panic. Some people say, "Oh, now game between Paul Biya and Maurice Kamto," because a lot of conspiracy they make a mission. People they feel discouraged. Say, "No, maybe not that political games. Not game, not the day." Kamto is serious about what he's doing, and Biya be serious for make sure say they neutralize any approach from Kamto. See when Cameroon government they spend thousands, you see how they bribe people, they may not go match. They buy bags and whole security meeting. They move police motor. So according to you, if not be saying a dullness, some country go make an international community see like war scene where they see police motor, they move the whole Yaoundé and Douala because they want play game for international community. Or they want play game for you and Baron, I mean look at the same game. We say don't keep in our senses. So I use the platform for call any francophone, any person waiting for La Republic du Cameroon zone, may they come out massively for overthrow Pobia. Will not get no disadvantage if Maurice Kamto take down the person who don't kill people them for 50 years. So people can say, oh, Maurice Kamto I open now. We don't be slaves them since 1960. Why were I can open powerful for 2016? So man will ask you say I open now. Anything get time. Instead of you for support the right thing, Sako run, go right. You don't go right, you discourage people, me and not go protest. You don't join now, they group them for putting one Cameroon. If Maurice come to protest, the whole thing scatter, we get our advantage. You don't even go right, say everybody stay clear, everybody now who. You right as who? That's the question I'm asking. So we must all be systematic when we see good thing where they come for we. What if I will still ask you, give me one disadvantage if Maurice come to a protest be successful. Give me only one, any half. How it affect you, Ambazonia? Suppose you say you want to give advantages. Advantage is 2 million. Number one, it will increase economic cost of Cameroon. It already increased. Only the announcement alone. Please, anyone will join me share before I continue. I want to bring the video now as I be top. A lot of people they feel say Eric TATAW now prophet now this no. Now say for me the way God bless me, I get the foresight for see things there and then for also gather intelligence. So any man you join, make it share extensively, please. Once you join, you share. Want everybody on board. We already more than 1,000. I don't want to waste time play any music today. I want to play some first audio. Where I will play them again. I will play audios and for this show, play any videos and more see. Mommy and Papa them, would you support the march against Pobia? If they say Russia talk say he wants sanction Pobia, you say no. Why Russia going to sanction Pobia on the 22nd of September? Because according to 22nd, they put the for March. Every day support them. They soldiers or support them. They can't claim say 22nd September. Why Maurice come to go organize the DC now for 22nd September? Ask them say they don't organize it for 22nd September. They don't dodge 22nd September. They announce because Vice President Daphne Yerima come out to Takumbang with all Sister Victorine and all the Takumbang for Sisiko. Sako announce it on put in a different date. He never ever respect 22nd. So come to use 22nd. Now, what is the business of the pigs in the 22nd September? Now, we will get 22nd when our president declare 22nd. How we get for the complaint? We need complaint. Wait to concern her. When I say now we correct man for prison, when I cry date, we declare we within Nigeria. What is your business in the date? So all man where they are Republic to Cameroon where you hear me now, what talk? You get listen, my turn at the truth. If all man for Douala alone, he come out, Cameroon, Biya is finished. Biya is what, and I will play this video when I see the video. Some of them don't see them. I will interpret, I will plan small, I will give just the synopsis. I'll capture the video in a few sentences. Now, I play the video Muna here. I will plan for her. Muna see. Now the video this. Okay. So I don't see that video. All francophones, all man were there for that side. 2 days ago, my 3 shows and consecutively, I talk say waiting. I talk say for any country, military, now 50% loyalty for president and regime. Now what you don't understand? Now I talk 3 days ago consecutively, I make analysis. It surely, I know I talk say certainly. Surely this brother here, this military man, he gathered the courage. Say no, this Erica don't make sense. Me to instigate, make it inspire his colleagues. You don't come out and talk with you. He now advocate for the Malian military style solidarity with the civilians. This is a big victory for us. When the more disloyal soldiers they against Biya, they not get no disadvantage against Ambazonians. Because the very third man he put conscious talk for the poor that had. Some soldier would listen to things, so one shoot some Ambazonian for that say no. But yet my colleague talk. Because military not be trained to kill their own civilians. I will defend country against war. That is why that's what the military is trained for. But the Republic of Cameroon do it. It go kill civilians and then it even encroach into another person's territory. And there's a person who can't tell me say no, we will not support that here come to Wandua. Who? If not be seen as stupidity. Come to an announcement no way cause waiting. Look, all man, the whole country the panic. As I tell you so, Cameroon is finished. Because if Kamto successfully get that march, would already go far away. Number one, in order to stay for continual revolution, we'll still continue our Ambazonian fight. Number two, Biya will not be out. It will pave a way for better negotiation. Whether Kamto declare that say, ever talk secession, he will talk that time because the war will still continue. So we got to use our brain. Every now as we talk, we increase the economic cost for the Republic of Cameroon. It increased the economic cost. Now, why that way, listen, my turn on team. After my analysis of information I get of Bamenda, now I confirm say Chris and the Republic of Cameroon. And I'll explain why. Look the lockdown. That will be announced for on lockdown. Which in case you don't know. No issue, no day. When you get more information about situation, you go and you can explain for your people. What we get the other lockdown? That Vice President Daphne Yerima, Dr. Cho Lucas about John Baku, which happened. Now see how military be panic for Bamenda. Military people were dying when I see all the explosions from Moto. But today when Chris and the Unga talk about lockdown, now they enforce lockdown. Now military instead force for the military stay inside house. Since that lockdown, the Unki Army for every day they keep patrolling for street. You see the other two people they kill and where that 2 brothers from Bafut. They kill them. Kill what people them instead for kill military. Because people don't deny to follow technicalities of put they know war. Sako become pastor for here. I'm robber. Chris and when I repair, I will figure $10 for put motor for fuel. Which I come up for know anything about war. Now only talk where they talk. I will play video the family and see them. So don't see now say we will get locked down. Now the Republic to enforce lockdown suffer our people. You come on house to go peace. They say go back. They didn't even shoot you down this time. Go back. Then they go to house them. They select boys and move them. They catch you, go down, release you again. For our own Bamenda. Where we got for the deal with a Kelebe them. Instead of Kelebe, they deal with people them. Because of what? And someone can tell me, say, every cattle, no, leave them. No, we're not going to leave it. Because while revolution don't get back on shape and will continually approach infiltrators and with a very high hand for this revolution, with a higher voice. Mammy and Papa, them, fellow Southern Cameroonians. So they encourage all men to come out for 22nd waiting for the Republic of Cameroon. Anybody will get a power, will get a conviction, go out. You not get no disadvantage against we. I think I show you only every 1,000 people they for street military no shoot. And I don't know, sorry, military go turn so wow. Take all that minister, they say no, enough is enough. We cannot kill our people. And I want to use this medium for tell any military person they listen, if you be anglophone, wait for the Republic of Cameroon, translate the message for your brother for French. Tell him, say, we are comrades for civilians. Whether Amazonia, go there to Canada, La Republic of America, or vice versa, or South Korea, North Korea. One thing they at this moment, Camto needs solidarity for deal with our enemy, and we'll give that solidarity. Me no man no can say, oh, if you support Camto, yeah, you know, Chris and them, now conspiracy theorists, because when the world meet with La Republic, they tell them they can't talk for confused for the online, but they for here for stand for the truth on behalf of the people of Amazonia. That way I go for bars, I go for there, condemn bars them, talk with mind, hold a flag, I preach, talk about the revolution, tell bars on, I see the video go viral. You know they talk about every type of ambassador, they need to talk. Why? Because the very Christian send letter for go beg Maurice Camto, say he want interview. Now the boss man that you deny, you talk against any that way, he go openly record your own video, hit Bass, hit La Republic, talk the truth about the revolution. They are all going to go back because all time are the cynic. Because the situation I do are not correct. Now the cynic, you go meet your John Fundi like pala. You go first blame for them. When it was a Chris Arnold met with John Fundi, he said no, he never met John Fundi. Chris Arnold, he said no, he never met video. They got come out. Fundi second disgrace the other day. So we got to know the part will take about this revolution. Everybody got to know. We are fighting for our freedom. And no matter the agent provocateurs, when their own work never call petrol, they say La Republic. When their own work never call our prisoners, so they be compromised. We will not go compromise our high voice on those kind of criminals and armed robbers. I will play audio and video for them here. Bamenda, they kill our people. Every day they kill at least 10 people for Bamenda. Every day they move boys. Plenty of families a day don't know so their brothers a day. But when we announced our own lockdown, it was effective. Now military will die, the whole place will shake. Now military now the enforced lockdown where Chris Arnold call them. And like I glass say lockdown be effective. Now so lockdown there for being now military go the final point they go market, or military will go for your house, say remain inside house, go to CC and receive them for them. It's not correct. I will go for open our head. Mommy and Papa fellow Southern Cameroonians and Amazonians. I want to go for the next thing. And as I don't talk, I'll see reiterate the Camto issue at the end of this show. Say, oh man, when Ambassador go for the preach, make all the Republic for the Comogo protest against Biya, now our advantage. As a matter of fact. Now I wait what advantage. I go with the second point for this letter where it leak from the pipeline where Sarkozy sent for if you say we reach your Congress. You know ever reach, but it leak and I go show now. Tomorrow we can say, oh, this letter so they'll go bring conspiracy. But any day I hold a video for the desk where I film the letter. Any day they make kick, I put out. And I try to work small. You see, after I don't disprove them for everything what they don't do, where they want to destroy revolution. Wait here, they don't say I say tax document don't come out. All my way in Amazonia don't see the reality, say Sakuna Thief man. They go make some message and say, I'll read the message, I even say from my tweet. Say, you can listen to the end, this audio where somebody tricked Eric TATAW to confess. According to them, they right now, they don't come out from audio money, they don't go have an audio message. Say me, so a person call me, I talk with the person highway. That's what they claim. Say, I talk, say, no, the money they so, I don't chop my own money for one, for La Republic, or for La Camplique, or for Le Camplique, or also. Then all the time I talk about Sako, according to them, that's what they claim. Say, I talk, I confess to some person, me, Eric TATAW, for my dream. Until they claim you want to arrange my voice. Nobody feel me make me. I get one unique voice. And anytime I want to talk, if I get for surrender, I can't talk. If I get for conscience, I can't talk. And I remind the Republic, say me, I don't ever surrender. And I remind the infiltrators and say, no matter the conspiracy, they can't pay for this revolution. Now, why that way, Eric TATAW remain Eric TATAW. No matter on a conspiracy when I started 10 months ago, I don't still fight to bring the truth to the Ambazonian people. Love me, hate me, you still listen to the truth. Now, when I return, I say, Swiss stock don't die. When I say no, pigs, they say no, hey, na lie. Today, the year Swiss stock how many percent? Even the pigs themselves, they don't look as they don't flop, say no better, I'm going to America and USA. My return show in a letter way, una head of the pig, Papa Pig, the criminal junta, the armed robber, Grandmother Lama shown at this way right for Congress where he lost us 3 days. My man that way it's called the back entrance of up there, no money recognize him. So I'm another one, and I will play audio for you and video Muna Siam. I will reach out sorry, Arouna destroy Chris Arnold, expose Chris Arnold. the video there for a live video. I will play Mona Siam. So anybody join me, just share. I'll go for that letter. So Ambazonia, I want to tell you, I say on a revolution, they back on track. Paul Biya is finished. The armed robbers in this revolution, they are finished. We'll keep on finishing them. Now the letter this. Now in this way, now Sako write them. If you like, now in this, I will read some line for day. He write the address of Congress. Now in this, and he talk, use the word U.S. Congress because you don't be lie against Congress or the country. I talk, take the video if I did lie, now the letter this. Now I need address them. You don't even know if I write date. Subject, bipartisan proposed resolution to the U.S. United States waiting Congress, 116 Congress, second session. Now, he write senators, Mr. This, and so on. Now, in that, now, Sako write down. Come under here, now, his signature that. Now, he write down. Okay. He write down. Now, they did that. The Oscar gets sent on put date. I will explain on team. Now, they did that 14 September. He write this letter on the 14th of September. So, cycles, he leak. We'll get the letter. Them get them. Some of them now, when they say and say don't bad, don't put up on their pages. You don't see after that sorry their pages. After Sako failed to achieve his aim. First thing first, when the U.S. Senate, those senators, they write that resolution after the people for CDN, Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiation, don't do a lot of groundwork. Now I don't get now a resolution where they come out, they call on the Republic of Cameroon, they condemn the Republic of Cameroon, they call for all men who are involved for the crisis for get into a genuine and meaningful dialogue. That thing not go well with Bohebe and Sako that come because the U.S. Senator they say whereas the Swiss talk, whereas we say that Swiss talk where they be talk say they will not be, not me I write that resolution all Nasiam. Bohebe vex, they go for ABC, they go start touch Congress for them. Same you call also they support genocide. American Congress person, American senator, you go the same, they go call it the caution. Una the claim say una for pigs on again normal. For person where the highest people they bring we freedom. Where they don't listen, America get very powerful policies for Africa. And one of the few countries that way is there for Africa, is not get interest of colonialism. Because America is a great country itself. America knows say not be colonized person. They get their own kind of policy, the way people not like them. But we agree say America is stand tall when it comes to diplomacy. Bo Herbert, Sako, Chris Anu, with this other armed robber here, Fuji on so they work around or 2 hope separates to the whole Maryland. They go stand for dating sites, start the question and say, no, that being at this thing, they'll write down this one a black leg, they'll say call and a green leg. Tell me how on a Swiss thing or pass. You want advocate, call away the talk with State Department. You know the Becky instead caution. Me go talk good about now. They caution, I say, Muna call. Some door one and two, I go take on a phone call. I want to talk to Senator, this bill promote genocide. They say, which bill? What's the resolution? They answer, genocide where? You know the meaning of something promoting genocide? You don't read that resolution. Who say she play with the resolution to promote genocide? As though, as some pigs and they, you as the one intervene for your matter, you only then for Swiss. Why don't you talk the Swiss again? Why don't you talk say who talk Swiss? We need to talk Swiss with black legs. Now Sako that go right, yet you right. After the one cost you they say and say no work. Sako go right now in the back. The Congress for the 90s. I will read that one here. We appeal, point number 3. We appeal to the Congress to go a step further in calling for Cameroon to come to the only available negotiating table mediated by Switzerland. 90s. Now Sako right now. Is this not dullness and witchcraft? America, the talk say, me they go UN. Professor Lumumba, when an international diplomat and lawyer say, me they go UN, me they go AU. All lawyers about Canada, they talk say go for AU. Bishops about South Africa, they say go for UN. Sako, the can't talk say Swiss now the only available process. Who made Swiss the only available process? Now who mandate Switzerland or HD for make dialogue between? See, my tell you one thing right. When I listen to me. You see, Sako economy, where I've been a strongest supporter. It don't display an act of revolutionary terrorism, banditry, betrayal, treason, egocentrism. Sako be worse than Jezebel himself, than Lucifer. Might explain why. Which side ever see you where they kill you, they fight to kill you, you where be the rebel, you do public relations, you beg some, you talk, now don't be spokesperson for HD. Now HD, they got the writing letter them. Talk say, listen, for now we are trying to negotiate between these two people. Can you give us our support? Now HD, be careful to do this thing. Then you start going to just show you like rebel leader. But you don't show say you don't be a con man, a childish man, a broke man, a desperate man for recognition and relevance. Talk everywhere be pick. Reason for your head. Reason for your head. Say which side they ever see. Person get for negotiate. Now any bet the first support say okay, we get for going ahead. Cameroon government look there so say, oh, Mr. This poor, they are doing our job. Because the American Congress will look and say, but are this poor normal? You are in America, why can you not even ask all that? Let's do this thing. You're only asking Switzerland. When you want to say no, Switzerland, hey, this, and that's what I told you people. I want to thank the Swiss government for giving this guy cheese. Now cheese confuse people they so. Now cheese, you can't make noise. Adu Karim go Switzerland. Run go the Kashi, they leave in. Even come Canada, start say, oh, they won't kill you. You never go to the Republic. Una ride and say, oh, Adu Karim successfully escaped. Una forget you be talk that time. They not stay again. After they don't try to come push the Swiss agenda for you, I don't destroy all. Because the Republic is in. If they take it 2 foot, he go end up playing. Where you go to the Republic. Why fly now? Kameko, now also no they fly. If fly should they, man when you talk say, the next time I'm going to land, I'll land in Bishongabang or Bafut Airport. Finally, Abu Karim, after all that noise, he go land for Yaoundé, for capital for the Republic, for where the genocide they be manufactured. Then I can't be clap. Say yeah, Cameroon cannot touch him because if they touch him, he will be Abu Karim. Na ant. Na bomb, na ant. Now they will tell us say when I don't know what to do. I have a trophy flag go Yaoundé, he will be killed in the space. Every time the people Yaoundé, they will wipe him for space. Every Mag Barat and not even work I go France, they will kill him for road. Now the Mark Barata way, small lunatic don't come to the carry call name. Say everywhere Mark don't delete Mark for Facebook, every in Barata News Africa, is to give you pass all Sako is so good. All you can't make me say who is Mark Barata. Mark Barata is the godfather of all activists, including the Eric Tato talk for. Now Mark Barata be godfather. So like go make noise, come me and Mark will fit argue, will fit fight, but I get respect for him because he never ever change his stance. Because when Navo Sako come, the pigs. The splinter group, man na black leg or na green leg because they need support Sako. I will play one here. So at the end of the day, you got to remain crucial on the theme and the ideology of the revolution. I want to tell you one thing me learn today. No say you not ever easily fight corruption when you not get condemnation. Every day people there fight for them to expose the corruption. They will join the people there they be corrupt or condemn you. That is how the world functions. The corrupt they get a machinery for propaganda. And it takes a strong man, a man with a balls like every TATAW to fight them. And that's what I've been doing for the past 10 months. We'll not really fight the Republic to Cameroon. We'll not really fight them for stealing our timber, stealing our mango, stealing everything, cotton, oil, banana, plantain, vegetables, potatoes, stealing our waterfalls. We'll not really fight them for all this thief-free, for taking all our positions, destroying our schools, our legal systems. They will come for inside the cause where they fight against these injustices, this corruption, this nepotism. They will come get a bigger arm rubber and a rope in the revolution in the name of Samuel Komisako. They tell me, say, oh, Eric TATAW, this is, listen, let me tell you something. My relevance remains 1,000,000,000% till I get to Boya. That's why everybody will come to this platform to watch because this is a platform of the truth. I will show on one video, I'm going to see how they disgrace Anu. Complete disgrace. Before I want to show that video, I want to thank the people for shopamber.com. Yesterday, I will show many t-shirts them. Now, one of the t-shirts here, well, and about 3 this one, well, for line, plus cap, plus muffler, everything, they get flags. So if you be Ambazonian, go for www.shopamber.com, go there, go order your t-shirt. $1 you come for every TATAW. $1 you go for no man. $1, any money you pay, you go for the value for your t-shirt. Now, I will show on this video, me all Nasiam. The most disgraceful thing, and I like Ambazonians because every time that they approach the truth with technicality, and then after that, they play audio where they completely expose my trip to Boya, perpetrators, when I listen. When you go say, you want to get information, they disgrace you. I need to talk my own body write a fake message. I don't do that time. I did talk, show the proofs, like I don't show the IRS document. Money and Papa them, when I share, if you join this show, you click on share and you click on like. It's very important. Now, I might go on now for show now the video. When I listen to this, I think it's na cipher. When I listen very attentively, listen very well. Not be me I talk. Now you say up him up talk. Listen. First video.
Arouna Clinton, I think I read. It says, Chris, and explain yourself for all the allegation levied on you by who? Or by Eric. That's a non-entity. You don't expect me to sit here and talk about people who don't exist, my friend. Those are not people that, I mean, how often do you believe him? Do you believe him when he said Chris Anu was arrested in Dallas or in Texas? Do you believe him when he says Irene has called the FBI on the Dr. Sacco? Do you believe him when he says John Fruso has reported Sacco to the Washington D.C. police? Do you believe him when he said Field Marshal was arrested in Chan? Why do you believe non-entities who never say one thing that is accurate? I hope you're not his supporter out there. Please hit your share button there.
Good. Now, mommy and father, I don't listen to that video. I want to talk the video now. So I ask Chris and Christopher Gideon. They actually say, when you talk about allegations, the way Eric that to a level and he put that against you. Say, you chop money, you take 50. That was the allegation. He said, oh no, I've been non-entity. Okay, no problem. That was not the answer to the question. I agree. Instead of deny some name, now we never call me. I better me they come non-entity than say me, they tell me, say, I use 50,000 for Flagbo Nigeria. I want time whosoever is Arouna Clinton. Because this one, it showed the epic dullness of Chris Anu. Now, one message is only one question, destroy. And I hope that if viewers, when they look at him, they will surely be baffled, say he could not defend himself. Instead, each type of claim say, who be Eric Tatonay exists. But the same person when he claims that it exists, you list the thing them. Those are 5 or 6 different videos. Thing that I don't talk, so you follow and very well, so if he crammer. Number 1, he said, do you believe him when he said that Chris Anu was arrested in Texas or Dallas? Go from a video. Which day? This is an armed robber. Chris Anu is an armed robber. I don't ever talk to the arrest Chris Anu for Dallas or Texas. I've never said that. But he try to do it for make moon and say nothing I talk na lie because it is stand the sit up. I talk say Chris Anu in quote arrested by his own lies. HOL is there clean and clear because if he talk lie then he can disprove himself for the same video. So figuratively, I can't say he was arrested by his own lies. It was not a physical arrest. This alone tells you the educational level for Chris Anu, his dullness, his level of low perception, his level of poor IQ, and his inability for comprehend simple abbreviations. HOL was clearly explained in that. Now, why I talk say, well, not my level for journalism, because I went far 2 billion times to journalism school more than Anu. Now, I'm going by that will never get one eye block for the BLM. Today, because I don't take struggle money chop, they'll ask you one question. He said, do you believe him when Arengwa, they said Arengwa reported Sacco to the FBI. So what is it that you have proven that Arengwa did not report Sacco? You have got an FBI investigation to say, no, this person did not report Sacco. So why you think they're never being Arengwa? Because you deny the truth what I talk. See, the one that moon and surrogates they're not be known. He said, do you believe him when Eric Tato said, Fu Johnson reported Sacco to Washington, D.C. police? What is Washington, D.C. police? You see the doorman? Did I ever say that? No. I said 3rd District Police Station in Maryland, Prince George's County. That's what I said. And when they also say Washington, D.C. police, you know how many districts of police stations are in Washington, D.C.? So you got to see the dullness for this campaign. He said, do you believe him when he said Field Marshal was arrested in Chan? Which day I talk to the arrest Field Marshal for Chan? Now then, we talk to the arrest Field Marshal a woman for Chan. I simply put Field Marshal arrest in quote. He was arrested by the Holy Spirit because he called me, talk something good. All those things were explained, but each time they one can confuse me. You know why? Because they always see us want to be puppet. For una pick them, una there for Chris Anu and Sacco, like how we Atanga and Jipo is Sadina, and that CPD militant there for Biya and Atanga and Jipo. That's what they. Una be useless, baseless, unfounded. Una be completely, absolutely useless. Any person to support those group of people, and I'll turn us straight. Listen to the question. I'll play them again one more time. I want me to listen very attentively. Listen to it, please. One more time. Listen to the question.
Arouna Clinton. I think I read. It says, Chris, and explain yourself for all the allegation levy on you by who? Or by Eric. That's a non-entity.
Good. So explain yourself for the allegation levied by you, by any TATAW on you, saying a non-entity. Agreed. And then I say, someone asks you, say, please tell me if Cameroon is in Africa. You say you are a fool. Is that the answer to the question? No. Ma explain the allegation the way that particular person will ask Chris Anu. So that means all understand. Ma tell na mona no. For poor no. Wait to be the allegation. Wait to be the allegation. Poor no. Please, I want no side watch. Anybody type down no side watch. Let me know where you're watching. Type you play the watch. Everybody will watch. Just type where you're watching. Now, Thailand, Dubai, any side, Iraq, anywhere you watch, make a man know. Very quickly, please. Thank you so much. Before I continue, all man, make sure you make a man no side watch. So at the camp, just keep sharing. Anybody where the watch, man, no side watch. It'll be very important. Thank you so much. Any person, I want no side watch. Anybody, no side watch. Anybody, we got no side watch. Thank you so much. Just keep sharing. I want to bring out the next video. Thank you. Anybody, no side watch. So the allegations in Aseweti, all who don't listen very well to that particular person they talk. And they very clearly, we all man fi watch the show, understand. And I will read this thing once more for all my watch. As you join me, share extensively, see everybody, who know who say everybody to watch. As I talk, he asks a simple question, say, Chris Anu, tell me about the allegation the way Eric TATAW put against you. Where did Chris Anu talk? He not be able, for any time, for anywhere, for explain himself to the person way. Just 1 minute, I'll try to get out some video. He not be able to explain himself anytime for the person who asks that question. If you look at the statements, and I wait that way, Arouna Clinton will ask Chris Anu. If you look at the statements for IRS, it show 2 serious expenditure on Chris Anu name. Number 1, the first expenditure show Chris Anu paid telephone bills for 153 or 58,000 US dollars. No, just around say one, more just put on 150. You go for a trip for go Nigeria, over 50,000 US dollars. Me say 200,000. 200,000 US dollars. Now the thing that way, Arouna will ask Chris Anu, make it explain them for the Ambazonian people will not be able to explain them. That is free. And I'll be happy. Say all of Ambazonia, they will hold this armed robbers to the test. This is what we call patriotism. Every Ambazonia, they don't ask you 2 questions. Say, Chris Anu, they say you use 200,000 US dollars. That's 120 million. When you use them for Ambazonia, put that sweat for blood. So you pay telephone bill and for go Nigeria. Now true, you say no, that might talk about a non-entity. How you defend yourself? You simply confirm, so you be a bigger non-entity because you not be able to defend your own self in front of things that will be valuable. Will be important for the Ambazonian people. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, Ambazonians. We're not there for year. Now for parade ourselves as though we try to condemn people. But we then have to uphold the truth and to preach for our people that they suffer. But they also will build a country where it be based on thievery and where principles that will be run by crooked fellows like Sako and Anu out here. I will die speaking the truth. Because the only thing that will stand for, the only ideology that. I will talk last time, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, say, La République du Cameroon is finished. And when I will talk, say, as they don't JCC, people they go start report, media organs they go start carrying. Now, some people they will say are the joke. Now, make all who know. All will know one thing, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians and Ambazonians. I want to play this from Voice of America before I go for the last statement for this show. I'll pick out which way Voice of America talk. Not be me, I talk, I'm the Voice of America. I'll play them now right away for all we will there would watch this show more here. I know sometimes some people they never see that Voice of America in this thing, but I play them. Me all man listen, I this. So listen and very well.
An appeals court judge in Cameroon on Thursday upheld life sentences for 10 jailed Cameroon separatist leaders. The judge rendered his decision without giving defense lawyers an opportunity to plead their case. A military tribunal in Yaoundé sentenced separatist leader Sissoko Ayuktabe and 9 others to life after they were convicted of terrorism and rebellion against Cameroon. The separatists are fighting for independence of Cameroon's 2 English-speaking regions. They were arrested in 2018 in Nigeria and deported back to Cameroon. Among Watanyi is the spokesperson for the jailed separatist leaders' legal team. He says the ruling is a travesty of justice and that the separatist
I believe and so. Now, Voice of America, that how picks them be further disgrace. The same journalist where Chris Anu, the wrong go for them every day for go make propaganda. He go say, when they talk, say, Sissoko, former president, I say they claim. Now, the same journalist they call Ayoktabe and the others, now the leader, them separatist leaders for the revolution. You can't change the fact. Now, whenever I don't tell plenty people, they say, Sako, he armed robbery for the revolution, he destroy Una, they pick them. And because even I be listening to her, be turn and say, when I fight, we will not fight every start on a visa the job. We will not ever be Ambazonia with the kind of ideology we will get on the pixel. Here the first audio I play. Wait up for that first audio. Now some person will crush some woman because say he crush Sako, say Sako. I will play the audio mona here. Now Sako is so they take a foot, a hand, and a mop. He go right. Say one interview, then they start asking one question. All my follow Sako never ever answer the question. Say, where is my trip to Biya? They never ever answer them. Always go so, go so, go so, go so. They go like a quick soup. Where Bamenda keep on the chopper, always bending somehow. I will play the audio mona here. When I will hear the question where this woman asks her, I play the audio very well so that all ambassadors will take una ear on here. Ma play. Listen.
What we present, we might in our mindset represent people of different opinions, hundreds of thousands of people, and the good
Keep sharing.
Our voice gives us that platform where everyone comes and air their mind the way they think and the way they feel. And for the public to judge, I don't have to influence somebody to feel the way I feel for me to feel better. That's
no, I think I've simply just asked questions that you have not answered, and you know that is one thing with me. No, I've asked questions that you've not answered. Do you feel that Sako, as the head of the so-called organization that I call is a scam organization, do you, and that is the organization that has misplaced $2 million or a lot of money, or let's say my trip to Biya, let's not put figures.
No, be every time they talk so.
Misplaced my trip to Biya. Do you feel that Sako is 100% responsible? Can you just answer yes or no to that question?
Let me answer your question.
No, please just answer yes or no. Is Sako 100% responsible?
Listen, there are some questions, Madam Harriet. There are some questions, and we can't answer them as naive children, like as naive kids, like yes or no. The point is this. You know, when you ask this kind of a question, and these are the kind of questions I ask individuals on my shows, and I'm glad you're asking this kind of question. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't expect an individual to just answer me yes or no.
Okay.
You might say.
Yet we pick the talk. Say you don't expect somebody will answer yes or no. Now today when I don't say yes or no question day. Yes or no they explain, and that's what this woman further told them. When the woman talks of watch Sako, because the truth now says Sako na an icon of thievery. Sako na a celebrated thief. You know we change that one for all international partners. They don't want even know anything about it. Sako represent a thief. They come for their head. So when I say pick them, listen, I don't hate Sako. As woman talk for the audio, I will play and say, the problem with Sako now because say Sako the attitude bad, and the truth. For that very video, it costs Sissoko and Tabenyang, but I don't care. Man, make one point people they know. My issue for fighting the truth, not because that the fight and say Sissoko can be president or not. No, not my problem that. My condemnation on Sako for my people will be completely unrelated to whether way they fight and Sissoko. I only defend Sissoko because Sissoko will not be compromised contrary to the game mix where Sako can put food on so he can announce. And Sissoko dey prison and must defend it till he come out for jail if do otherwise. But for talk about my trip to Biya, be completely absolutely not be connected. Don't say anytime you want to about my trip to Biya, go say Sissoko this, Sissoko that. Sissoko, look at the truth. Now which people they call that name pass with the revolution? Sako is showing them. Every day show and every TATAW. Tell me apart from the fact that I can't talk about my trip to Biya. Or as I reply Chris Ann for that, it done as way small message destroy for live show. You know, if you answer, tell me which other activist number I can call on my show. Listen to a question. Say you agree, say Sako be responsible for my people where only the word responsible, not even go enter the other side, say thief. Because man go call and say, you call it thief man for the audio. You don't answer a simple question. And that is the Ambazonia you want to build. Where you will look person for the person eyes so you deny to talk the truth. Say, Sako be responsible for my people where every talk say yes. Or if everyone over life still talk they no. Not talk say no go start lecture person say no play no they answer question when a yes or no. Every for primary school, you know say yes or no answer, but for pick them now. I don't tell us to be careful with picks them. Pigs they go change all things, they won't even change the way they set multiple questions. Pigs now the only put the way if you boil your picking to that, we don't talk last time. Those are people who are capable of changing B and W. If you take B, so go play with W there for alphabet. Take W, bring up for B. When you can come on now, so you start to call waters na betas. When na water, everybody will be confused because of the attitude that these guys are portraying. Listen to the audio to the end, my people. Just listen.
I always want to. That's why I talk about the open-mindedness.
Listen.
That is lacking in this revolution is somebody. So that because we both
listen very well. Why you keep sharing as you join the share.
Of different opinions, hundreds of thousands of people, and the good thing is, Amber Voice gives us that platform where everyone comes and air their mind the way they think and the way they feel. And for the public to judge, I don't have to influence somebody to feel the way I feel for me to feel better. That's
no, I think I've simply just asked questions that you have not answered, and you know that is one thing with me. No, I've asked questions that you've not answered. Do you feel that Sako, as the head of the so-called organization that I call is a scam organization, and that is the organization that has misplaced $2 million or a lot of money, or let's say my trip to Biya, let's not put figures, okay? That has misplaced my trip to Biya. Do you feel that Sako is 100% responsible? Can you just answer yes or no to that question?
They cannot.
No, please just answer yes or no. Is Sako 100% responsible?
This woman is not easy. This interview is sweet.
And we can't answer them as naive children, like as naive kids, like yes or no. The point is this. You know, when you ask this kind of question, and these are the kind of questions I ask individuals on my shows. I'm glad you're asking this kind of question. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't expect an individual to just answer me yes or no.
Okay.
You might say, I always want to, that's why I talk about the open-mindedness. One thing that is lacking in this revolution is somebody thinks if I'm an enemy to this person or I hate this person.
No, I'll not let you get away with that. You are digressing. You're not talking about being an enemy. I'm asking about an institution that you just said that you respect institutions, right? And institutions are headed by people, right? So if somebody heads an institution, anything goes wrong in that institution, that person is held responsible. That is why I ask you, do you consider Paul Biya a murderer? Do you consider Paul Biya? Can you just answer at least that one? Do you consider Paul Biya a murderer?
Please, Madam, we are educated people.
The first time when I hear Ambazonia deny say Paul Biya not be murderer, I say please, only because you know say, if he answer that question, he go confirm to where they talk about Sako. You see pigs them. They be so desperate. So much that they protect Paul Biya because that woman is very smart. It's good that you wanna listen. That woman be very smart. See the pigs they operate. They said, do you consider Paul Biya a murderer? The same person where you go to show them, but say Paul Biya na killer. Paul Biya don't kill the problem. Or when you come back, why you come for kill the one? Or they kill the one why you. But now don't ask you one simple question backstage, not even for public. Do you consider Paul Biya a murderer? He said, please, I like this interview. We'll just play. Listen.
Opportunity to express themselves. I will never want to have you on my platform, and I ask you what I will not do to you is to have you on my platform and ask you a question, and I will not give you that room to express yourself well so as to back your opinion.
This is a disgrace.
Just because I want you to answer yes or no, that would be so childish, manipulative, and biased. I think what I would do on my platform, if I should ask you the same question, I will give you that room to express yourself and to give you reason.
I totally understand, and I'm glad you are saying that. You give enough room for somebody to back their position. So it means there are yes or no questions, right?
Yes.
We do have open-ended and closed-ended questions.
Thank you,
and
madam.
with a yes or no question in this situation, you can say, but it's because you have not been answered. So I want you to answer and then give your reason for answering. But you have not been answered. So if you say yes or you say no, you give me the reason. Instead of just you still have not answered any of the questions I've asked you. Say answer and then give the reason for answering the way you did.
Yes, Madam Harriet, let me tell you something. I understand your standpoint. I understand what you think now. This is my clear point on my trip to Biya. First of all, it's very wrong for an individual like you, whom I respect a lot, to use the word $2 million that were raised for my trip to Biya, which is false. And I judge how you get this information, because even TATAW who was the financial secretary, has not confirmed that figure, $2 million. And these are the kind of information, if I start hearing these figures, and these are already misinformation, and we cannot build fact-finding and a factual
Again, listen. When I said that, do you know?
When I listen to the place where this man, the talk say, Tabenyang na financial secretary. When the original fund or ask, say, wait to be Tabenyang a position, he go deny, say, no, he no agreeing for talk. Listen, please.
This is what I said. I said that let's talk about my trip to Biya without putting figures, right? Didn't I say that? I said let's talk about my trip to Biya without putting figures. Since we might not know the exact figure, but we know that it's a huge sum of money that was missing. And that now you're trying to twist and blame me. Let me tell you, manipulations do not work with me. If you don't know my history, you should know if nobody manipulates me. It does not work. I will fight, and I'm determined. I will fight all the manipulators and criminals and traitors in this revolution until Southern Cameroon is free. You get it? I don't care. It does not even matter.
I think we both have the same. Madam Maria,
yes.
So,
but I will not sit here and waste my time with you if you're thinking that you're trying to cover thieves and murder, because Sako is not only a thief, he is a murderer. Sako is responsible for killing Southern Cameroonians in their numbers. He is responsible for causing all the...
Will you be bold enough to come to my show with facts and proofs for that? And listen, that's what I said. Listen.
I have asked you simple questions you have not been answered, and you're talking to me about facts. What other facts? You have not answered. Was money missing in my trip to Biya? Have you answered that? You have not even answered simple questions. So what kind of facts are you talking about? This is a simple fact. What do you want me to bring as proof? Yeah. No, you tell me. No, it's not disrespectful. No, I don't think you called me to preach to me. Nobody preaches to me. Well, because even if you call me, if I come to your platform, I'm going to talk. You are going to talk, and I'm also going to talk. And if you pay attention, I have been listening for a while. So when I start talking, it doesn't mean that you're going to shut me. Nobody shuts me. So already know that. And I don't run away. I don't shy away from any platform. You understand? I can go there. I will talk because I am out to spill the truth. And if you want to, you're going to ask me questions, and I will also ask you questions. And if you try, you spin around. Can you ask me any direct question? Just ask me any direct question and I'll answer to you.
But listen, this is disrespectful. I don't expect this from you, Madam Harriet. Communication is a both-way thing.
What is disrespectful? That somebody is asking you a question that did Sako steal money? Be saying any for talk no, now any fear for talk no. Is Sako responsible? No. You know, yes and no. The man did neutral. Be saying they even understand it. They ever defend of their life. So this is the kind of hypocrisy that we should be seeing. I'll play this audio to the end. It's a disgrace for the pigs. Look at now that woman that it don't mess them up. One IQ of intelligence, not get that. This is Sako. The answer is yes. But even if you don't think I want to say yes because you are defending, please say no and give your explanation. But the truth is that it's difficult to lie in certain magnitude. Let's listen to the audio, please. Listen.
No, I'm not. Yeah, don't say that. I will say that I'm emotional. Yes, our children are dying because Sako is killing them. Okay? So I have every reason to be emotional.
Listen. I might differ with you in this opinion. You think that Sako is a thief and is a killer. I might be of a different opinion, but that doesn't mean we can still talk to each other respectfully. We can talk with each other respectfully.
I love this.
Yes. Let me tell you, I am being respectful, but you are not, because you have not answered me. I have asked you a simple question. You have not even answered.
You cannot answer your question.
All right, go ahead, answer the question. I'm listening.
It's a simple thing. Listen, I know people, when I hear somebody talk like this, I want us to have open mind. You won't ask somebody Okay, Chris, you are expecting. Listen, please, I'm talking. Can you just listen, please? To be able to listen,
I've said, remember, this is not a preaching session. If it's a preaching in church, when the pastor is talking, nobody answers. But this is it is an interactive discussion, okay? So you're not going to tell me to shut up until you finish talking. There will be times that you'll be saying something, and I will have to interject and say something. So we should accept that.
I'm happy to say that. And I don't think whatsoever I will say here will change you. But for the record, I want to keep it clear. I'm of a total.
Keep writing where you're watching from, please.
But I don't actually think that we might have all these different opinions. You have an opinion that Sako is a killer, is this. You are entitled to that so long as you can prove.
No, that's a fact. That's not an opinion.
What I want on my platform. But now,
what kind of proof? Let me ask you. What kind of proof will you be looking for?
Good.
No, but if you say Sako is a killer, what makes you think he's a killer?
So I am asking you, what kind of proof will you be looking for?
No,
if you steal money that is supposed, let me tell you something. If you steal money,
you have said that, okay, Madam Harriet,
if you steal,
Sako is a killer, Sako is. I am of a different opinion. I don't believe that. How would you convince me? You really asked me a question you've not allowed me to answer because you want me to believe what you think. And this is what I don't permit in Amazonia because when we start.
Let us go back to my trip to Biya. Where is my trip to Biya? Where is my trip to Biya, my friend, my brother? Tell me, what happened to my trip to Biya?
You cannot ask me that question because I contributed. By the way, did you contribute for my trip to Biya?
Are we talking about contributions or we're talking about my trip to Biya?
My brothers and sisters, listen, let me tell you something. The truth is always the truth. You can't fight it. One question. Look at how long we have been listening to this interview. Now, one question that since they go from come back, that's what the pigs do. They don't ever answer the question, say, where is my trip to Biya? It's a simple, straightforward question. And then tax returns don't come for, can't show people the highway. Suppose they chop down money for America. Yeah, and Chris and John Egewa, Irene Gwa. Those are people. That's a simple thing. Well, listen, you feel hate any TATAW, but open your mind. Also ask, sit down for your quiet time for your bed. Support any man want support them. If they give you gun for kill me, can't kill me, but why won't kill me? Ask yourself, say, but this boy will ask the question, say, where is my trip to Biya? Me too, I just ask myself that question. Where is my trip to Biya? They answer them. When I came to the dinner with Tabanyang, so all the money to Tabanyang. Ask them, say, only. You green say you for America. Every year buy a house, you pay mortgage. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 at maximum. Most mortgage for African families is not past 3,000 for this country. So if you pay mortgage plus all interest and bills for 10 months or 12 months, you know, ever pass $35,000 or 40,000. Any man you pay mortgage, me bring a mortgage record the most if you pass that amount. But you see one man when you have to buy a house, you don't get own money work. You see own money they use them to pay her year $80,000 only for pay house for America. Instead of Beverly Hills. Now the woman don't ask you simple question. They ask you the first question, you feel Sako be responsible for my trip to Biya. Say, no, you don't go this side, you not answer yes or no. He can ask you now, he rephrase, very intelligent woman. He rephrase, he asks you, say, okay, where is my trip to Biya? He never even put number in there. You still cannot answer. Every that time, every fear will call them. I must finish this interview. Listen, please, till the end, and keep sharing. Anybody join me, just share. Thank you so much.
You see, let me ask you, I was one of the smart ones who knew where I heard that Sako is a thief, even before he stole the money. So there was no reason I was going to contribute to a thief. There was no reason I was going to contribute to a known thief. Okay? You understand? Sako is a thief. So I'm asking, but do you believe that money was missing? You have been playing around that question. Do you believe that money was missing?
It was stolen. It was not even missing. Part of the money, not
it was stolen, right?
The money
okay.
was mismanaged. All our money are up to date.
It was stolen. It was mismanaged.
For which I have said that timelessly on my shows that we, the Amazonian people, have the right to ask a lot of questions.
How can you prove? Now, can you prove that? You're asking me that I should prove. Can you prove that?
I can prove it because somebody like Tabenya, who was the Secretary General, has never come up to give us the final detail of what he has never given us his own story.
What?
So as long as that remains open, it means that there's a lot of things. Okay,
Mr. Nancho, can I ask you a question?
I'm answering the ones you've asked before you come to the next one, please.
Okay.
Since somebody like Tabenya was not, that's why you said I should prove to you, and I'm giving you the proof that somebody like Tabenya was the financial secretary who has not come up to answer questions to
Listen.
Amazonian people.
He said Tabanya is a financial secretary, but you yet to ask Tabanya a position because we know the next question. You know, answer that one. Just listen attentively, please. Keep sharing. Keep sharing.
A lot of questions, and for me to believe that there was still a lot of that money that has been missing, that has been mismanaged. Until Tabanya will come up and talk to me as an ambassador, as somebody who contributed. That's why I asked you that question, because I'm talking as an individual who contributed and who feels the.
First of all, I just stop very clearly saying number one, that arm robber when you talk for this, so you know contribute. Now, probably will not be able to know them talk about the race my trip, but I not get $1. Now, because my trip don't finish, suppose don't chop all my trip where you go Germany, they go raise money for Berlin conference. Teacher don't see money for Berlin. Now that bag be arrange hotel them, take extra money for hotel and chop that payday. Today one guy talk say contribute for my trip where me I challenge me bring a receipt. First thing first, bring your receipt. I show say I contribute. The only African where they Germany. We get 2 companies, no one no get website. Even my fry cake, when you do cake for America, when you go, they get order, they go line, they get website. Every person they fix lock, padlock, for where they call it locksmith on a way, they get website. Every person they only do pick up for flower them. Not the whole system for Europe, America. For business be based on website. When you tell someone say you believe business, the first thing they ask you say business, what can I check out your website? Can I check out your social media platform? Because they don't get picked, they don't be put the way they can't deceive you now. Any man go just she don't talk say he do this, he do that. But I never see him. But with the door on I see him clean and clear. First of all, yes or other one, some prostitute from Morocco. Come out talk say, oh, every TATAW, he go bring voice, card the player as I hear. Say now you hear the, even you be pick because no say pick they don't have a chop more to on ear don't lock. But even that ear will lock when I go see here no say that voice not be every TATAW voice. See the level where they feel deceive now. Take some voice where not relate me, it not concern me. They hear my voice all day. They can play some voice where they don't record that thing. They can confuse you now. They on a card the Latin and every TATAW that. You be mommy or you be papa, you hear that voice so how the voice sound here. That's what the pigs do. Because once I don't catch them all about my chip, the document they be clear, they say how we do it for try for even neutralize it. They go say Mr. President can talk say Eric TATAW talk say all that they show about Sako not be true. Which not be true? Me Eric TATAW. All tell us about Sako from a relationship with Aringwa for crap way chop and for Red Lobster now 1,000,000% true. More relation to the end. I talk say, oh, Tabanya has to come out and talk to the Ambazonian people. First of all, I need to defend Tabanya. I get my personal issue with Tabanya about my chip. Well, I don't talk for a countless time. I need to defend it. But if Sako is so against the pigs, when a big claim say Tabanya no can talk about my chip, not be normal. Tabanya don't do more than 10 interviews about my chip, and all man don't understand Tabanya's position. The one man will be the armed robber now will remain for the revolution for my chip and Sako. Because they want even challenge say let's go to external audit. Why would not the pigs when I need advocate for external audit? When I only talk say either I will probably pick Mendoza. Put pick Jacques Famine don't go put and say na constitutional council that you expect me to do wrong thing about Pobia. Sako and pick his friends them. They can't do fake auditing. Now they ask external auditing. That is the question there. Where is my trip to where? Let's listen. When I was last year, where my trip to where? Full interview, no answer. Listen.
I contributed not just for myself, I contributed for my family.
Chief man.
So I know how much I gave into my trip to where. And if somebody should be talking from
Yeah,
the
imagine.
point of a contributor, I feel the pain because that was a hard-earned money. And that's why I will not take it like with anybody.
Can I ask you a
It's constantly
question?
said it.
Yeah, you know, we're not going to talk all night. So when you answer, let's move on to. Okay.
Yeah, so to answer the first question, have I answered for the records? Have I answered?
Well, one thing you have answered, one thing is that you agree that my trip to Boya, part of this was stolen and the other part was mismanaged. That is what you said. Two things, right?
No, don't misquote me. I said, I will not say that my trip to Biya was totally mismanaged. Do you know that a lot of, from the reports, I've said, have you ever,
The woman put him out. You are exactly. Now don't pass you hot. Don't pass you.
I don't waste my time.
You never can hear the now hot cities. Man.
Okay. Let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you.
Madam Harriet.
Yes,
No.
listen.
No, let's not continue on this topic
Yeah,
for now.
yeah. No, let me ask you something.
We want to maintain a healthy discussion
Yes.
with each other.
I have something. Let me ask you something in relation to this, okay? All right. Let me ask you something in relation to this, okay? Listen to me.
Yeah.
What was Tabanyan's position in the so-called in that my trip to Boya whole
You don't
scam?
know. So you want to tell me you don't
No,
know Tabanyan's
I'm just
position?
asking. Can you just answer me?
Should I be the one answering this question to you, or you're just trying to satisfy yourself with some bias
No.
related works for me.
Look, let me tell you.
What is bias in that question? What is bias in that question? What is Tabenyan's position? You start querying because you know side where the woman go. The woman gets sense. My player.
Tabenyan, Sesiko, they are all thieves. Okay.
Agree.
You hear me?
Now he talk.
They're all
And
thieves.
if
I'm
like
not
punch
saying
any
that
man,
is a
the
thief.
fact is there.
They are thieves, and I will tell you.
Listen.
Listen. So when I ask you a question, I am not here to defend. Tabenyan is a thief. All right. Yes. Yes. So let me tell you. So that's not the point I'm making here. They are all. Sesiko is a grand thief. He's the original thief with Milan in this revolution. They are the worst thieves. They started this. Sako is just building his thievery on theirs. They were the original thieves. Sako is the current thief.
Yeah, this woman is very tough.
So, but let me ask you. I have a reason for asking you.
Good.
Sometimes when I ask, because when I ask a question, please, it is easy. Can you just
I'm listening.
yes. What was Tabenyan's position in the whole my trip to Boya? You said financial secretary, right? If you don't want to pronounce that word, let me say. Is that what he said?
Just go on.
With my understanding, but is that what? Do you agree that financial secretary? I shouldn't be going on unless we are agreeing on something. We have to agree before we move on.
No. We all know what Tabenyan's position was. So
What was
just
it?
go on.
What is it?
You know, call it whatsoever. You can use the word financial secretary, which is still okay.
Okay. Because I want to make sure that it's the right. Because me and you, we know what a financial secretary does. As far as I am concerned, my understanding of who a financial secretary is that they are not even supposed to deal with anything money. They are not even supposed to touch the money. They just write it down. True or false?
No, you see, now,
That's why I'm asking you. So, and you're trying to play. This shouldn't be a manipulative call. Okay? You should tell me.
Listen, one thing I want to keep the record straight. I don't record calls with individuals. I don't do manipulative calls. And if I was very disrespectful, we've disagreed on a lot of things.
I do. Let me tell you, I do record calls, okay? I do.
And you can
Because and I don't mind anybody recording me any day, anytime, anywhere. I don't care. Anytime you wake me from bed, record me. I don't care. Because you know what? Every time I speak, anything that I say in private, I will say it in public. I say, when it comes to this revolution, I have absolutely nothing to hide. I speak the truth any day, anytime, anywhere. On your platform, on a private conversation, anywhere, all I will tell you is the truth.
Now, when I don't see say all my is supposed Sako, na dorma no. Now, put it make noise. Now, one phone call, we take your phone. You hear the woman talk. Now, you take your phone, call the woman. See how they disgrace. That's why I say journalism in the arts. That woman not fit play me so. It not fit. To be honest. You see how a man picking the panic. Where you tell us say that's the difference. Where you see a payday, you know. Say a man picking the panic. That woman mess it up. Pass the message. And that made I know one move because they say she's gonna tip, I will dodge that part. No. I play the thing to the end. Muna here. How a woman mess up. First of all, that woman not be a fan. But when I get the audio, I listen now, it was interesting because she spoke the truth. I don't can defend way Harriet I talk between you and Seko within Nigeria not be known. No, that's not my concern. Me, I get a very serious concern about my trip to Boya because all this cricket, including this small payday where you talk for the tape, time where they will start race my trip to Boya. The one that nobody exists. Who be know it? Because today now Sako don't chop the money, give small, go Germany, give small, then he work at the whether he sleep some of them for sure now which one then sabi. Today one can stand on Gambas now one woman that don't mess it up. Every day now we can talk conspiracy against Eric TATAW. Every day now one woman that's a big disgrace, a blow. Now you see the next time pick the culture man, wait till that man talk with the way he not be insulting. He asked one question, the same question where Arouna Clinton asked Chris Arnold, not Sako is so they never ever answer that question. Where's my trip where you cannot answer? And people they die for ground. How Sako go do sign for IRS tax form say he give over 600,000 for refugees and humanitarian work? You there for Dubai, you sleep, you not get chopped. You there for Thailand, you not get chopped. Cyprus, Greece, Italy, everywhere you be Amazonia, you don't be able to get $100. Man, you pay telephone bill and go to Nigeria for 120 million CFA. Then the woman won't talk, so how can she say be this? The woman get right for free that way. The other woman used to insult me. I don't hear sorry, they coach me, I don't care. But I get for make him because what he don't talk, he represent that the same thing that they ask him. Now because one of the people I'm up now, I don't care no. Sako get now a symbol of a thief, and I'll talk until the end of this revolution. I've been absolutely disappointed in Sako because no matter I give my trust, my confidence, my heart, it do it to them. It take and exploit the people, thief people that money. We go the raise money, Sako the cut your own put on the account. Work as sleep with Irene go for all corners of a hotel from Maryland to Texas to any other place. Now me I talk people they go sue me. Who start the case? They will go carry another prostitute where the whole Facebook it they will sleep naked with different men them. When I go bring away the Morocco because also it's small money for rent and so on me chop. Me go bring fake voice, cancel and editor to a voice that. When I listen to the end, how I already mess up that.
The best of my knowledge, okay?
I personally believe one thing we are lacking in this Amazonian revolution is
I feel I've died so much that there's no time to be playing any games with anybody.
That's right, and that's why I personally think we share a lot of commonness in this particular. The thing is, we share. I think there are a lot of things we share in common, and it's just that
You see, do you know why I started recording? When I suspect people, I record them because people have talked to me, recorded me, and then they have gone out and manipulated the recordings, taken parts and pieces and put together and changed the narrative. So I just throw out the whole interview the way it is. That is how I learn. So sometimes, yeah. But sometimes I don't record all calls because I don't even have. Sometimes I don't have the device with me. But if I have the opportunity, I record it so that if you're going to twist my words, then I will let you know that I have the original. Because I don't, you understand? People have played a lot of games.
But that's exactly what must stop in this revolution, because this is the manipulative things I am against. Remember the first thing I told you was that about activism. I said what has been missing in this revolution is genuine activism, where people bring out the raw facts and allow the public to make their choices.
Yeah, so when we bring out the facts about tax returns on my trip to Biya, we bring out the facts that we in America we know the receipts. That's supposed to. Why did you not also take and put on your show on ABC to allow the court to make a judgment? Bring it, investigate, call the banks. But what do? You come and outrightly when I go deny say no, not lie until American government say it come from American government website. Now one woman that because now go arrange calls them. When I arrange come the call, I already talk about so there's some illiterate. The call they talk say they according to support their surrogatism. Say, oh, even if Sissoko come out there, that's why they jubilate, say they won't sentence Sissoko again. Not be new sentence, will be no say go happen so. And I agree with Mark Barata a point. Where he talk say we don't need for the waste money for court case again. But we give us show solidarity for our prisoners and give them chop and everything. And if one thing the way another general wait Mark talk about Sissoko that case and say Cameroon, they only playing our time. But I will still appeal say the reason why you see Sissoko they go Supreme Court now because according to international procedure for legal system, you must expect all the court, the national court for that particular country before if you go now for international court. So I will appeal, say they continue for the Supreme Court, but not be say are they against which Mark talk about putting money in the bed. They go for go because from Supreme Court you go now go for the Human Rights Court or any other court. You will bring more international attention. That's my point. So we got to stand for the facts, and I wanted that way every time to stand for. I will play the audio to the end. Listen to the audio.
And this is wrong because now, a good example, you are just saying exactly what I'm against. For example, someone will call you like this, plan these questions as a trap for you, just to fulfill his or our own negative personal agenda. We'll ask you questions like, hey, Mother Harriet, what do you think about Sako? She's a thief or is it? That's why I told you some questions I don't answer with yes or no, and I don't do that on my platform because that would be very manipulative. I will not ask you that kind of question on the call, then just take that part, cut it, play it. Oh, when I hear you,
yes, people do that. Yeah, and that is what. Let me tell you, and that with me. You see, with me, for example, look at how you are the one. I have never known anybody like you. You understand? You just texted me, or can we talk? And because I'm open when it comes to this competition, I talk to anybody anytime because I. You
see, Sako Surrogate, very unpopular guy. No, every 100 way they popular for WhatsApp. You don't even know the bagger, the PD. Look at the disgrace. It's one way you find 100 phone because you want to be known. That's how it is. Because they only suppose surrogate where they be knowing when I me and make them know it. Now 72 teeth. Where it don't increase now. They don't pass coronavirus cases to America. He go on come and side again. They go bring soda and one from where they say come up Kumba where he make long like giraffe. They say, oh, that one will come bury Eric TATAW. That one can he own lifespan for social media. For social media, it be like sex for foul. You know when family cock 2 minutes. He won't say you know every 10 seconds. He need talk again at talk. Now they don't hire now. So that book therefore Morocco I will still play with you talk about Sako. Now the highest woman that don't cost Sako is Sako the thief. He passed it to her already talk for her. We're going to play all the video. People are going to know. An armed robber, a crook, an assassin, revolutionary assassin, financial assassin like Sako. You don't care for the talk. He be who? So when I say, Sako now, you too, that who? And not be no man. Now why I ask you the question, Sako now who? We'll never get some jobless man, con pastor around Maryland. Now that can already tell and clean on her face. When I go caution and I see talk to one star caution. Say this slot, oh my God, because you know, if he say, now only every time they don't carry burden for the talk, the criminology for Sako. But everybody's aware that Sako is an armed robber. And I'll spend my time talking about it because I raised that money for my trip to Biya. So on loan active, they'll come and say, oh, they will plan every TATAW. So they will plan me, that will go for Congress. Now the Republic will pay me. I go for Congress, go to campaign against them. That will raise $50-something thousand for Washington. Now the Republic will pay me. That will drive my motor go over 30 states, carry tickets them. For Sika Ambassador, now the Republic will pay me. Why will they raise money for the BLM? Now the Republic will pay me. The other one way they call you a Reverend Asson, the one pray me could die, the most crooked BLM woman who I've ever seen. The biggest thief in the BLM, Reverend Asson. Today, one money will AK campaign today for a belly over $2,000. But you need to see the way you work and spread lies. I'm robber. All man corner Sako the thief, your pastor. You don't thief thief all team, thief AK money go down. They go should not make noise, go to pray me prison and die. Now when I walk that, when I come make noise say, oh, Eric TATAW is under the box, on a box, on a boss, on a which one. Until so one will call for sure, they say if she go come out before one reach your Mongo, they go stone you. Who go stone you? You go come out for Germany or for America or for go stone Ayoktabe. Where Ayoktabe come on, I go melt. When I know the talk, Holy Spirit will carry him. When I want to try all way for destroy the man, which on a 25-man crowd, 75-man this thing, when I can't make noise on a popular. Sako write all kind letter. Who don't carry him? They don't treat all true. You never see some days some big media quote Sako say according to the president of Ambazonia. Now don't pay all kind of money. Every report they be where they inside revolution where they get big platform they used to call report and story. All man don't shit because they know they discredit their media organ. We are not be fight where it be clean and genuine. When I get the point, when I can't all time when I call Ayaba La Republic to come home, me where I be support Sako, I don't fight for this revolution. Talk against Ayaba. Tell me do I ever call Ayaba La Republic because I didn't know what I talk. I need to call man any name. Now Chris and that. They don't go call lockdown and La Republic enforce the lockdown. The key people there for Bamenda. They should not for one woman. So actually one question. You there for 15 minutes. Once you answer the question, carry it now. Including question where you don't talk the answer. Say Tabanya na financial sector. Now financial sector. They ask you now again not to talk. Because they want to tell you say financial sector you want only for right money. That's the truth. No money not the way Tabanya send and always Sako no authorize. So when you Sako come full blind, full put the which this thing. If Sako is a man, me go for external audit. They don't pick you so they jail the next day. And then people say, when the door soldiers, they can't make noise. Say, oh, because of FBI, they can't, where is the FBI? If not be seen a donor, and you there America, you share that kind of donors. Say, because the FBI no come for Sako immediately, me say Sako they free. Now, our own mentality that. Yet, boy, they scam hundreds of millions of US dollars for Medicare and healthcare. You take government, American government, 10, 15, 20 years or arrest them. Then, as Sako only, when I say, they will not cash in now. But he will still go in for. He will still go in for. So I need to talk because I hate Sako. Like that woman talking no hate Sako. They say Sako na thief man. When an woman scam Sako get one thing where they call Sako. Every you they support you. Remember them. My trip to Biya loss under a guide. He thief them. Tax document don't come on show where Sako the science give refugee them over 600,000. That is what beats me. And they don't come on and go say humanitarian draft. They say they won't give prisoners of conscience. This and stuff and stuff and stuff. I think Ashon as a prisoner will deny any gift they come from Sako. Except the few Langa want them, like Tassan and the other one they call Dr. Wesi. Waiting for them. Sako is a failure. All man will be supposed Sako don't join the Republic, but I see that one. Yeah, Nick Sikot. Nick Santos, the drink caster in Sako. He resigned from Sako to go join the Republic. The other one they call a failure on Congo now. The same person with the right, now Sako with the right, me come America. Now then that order. Number don't come on, don't be our worst enemy, baby. Now, person we Sako one by 30 guns for air. So, my man, I never understand the fact.
I speak the truth, so I don't have to prepare for any interview. Never. You understand? When it comes to this revolution, you call me on your platform when I'm driving on my way to work. Oh, Harry, are you available? Bam, I talk to you any day, anytime, because I have nothing to go and revise. You don't have to revise the truth. People who lie and manipulate will have to be prepared. They want to have scripts and so on. I don't need that. You understand? I don't need that. I deal with you head on, face on, the way it is, because that is how much experience I've had in this revolution for the past 4 years. And I don't joke around with any people who have cost the lives of our people.
I see now that both of us have something in common there, right?
Yes.
We both are trying to find things from our own different perspectives. See, but now the point is this, and this is why I am talking about Amber Voice. Amber Voice is the voice of the nation. You see, the platform of Amber Voice is very different from that of any other individual or other activists because we deal with facts. Firstly, I base my reportings and before I bring you on my show, I make it clear to you we can argue. I said it to you that we can argue. We can fight. I like it. I people like it that we want to fight. Like, you know what you're talking about, we fight. Let's say we fight. We literally are going to have to talk about you argue.
But the revolution, in the revolution, no be blues, no be blues dance. Revolution now war. People are dying, okay? So we are lucky that we're even doing the interview, we're doing the debates and so on social media, where maybe I'll be in my own corner and you are in your own corner and we're doing on Facebook. Because if it was face to face, I'm sure some people will live there with broken tooth. When you've lost your teeth before leaving, because then you will know that this is a real revolution, that people are dying and it's not a joke. You understand?
Sorry for us to laugh about that. I'm sorry, but
yeah, no, we get to laugh. We must laugh. Why would he cry? But one thing I say, for no saying a real revolution, some persons supposed to enter some meet up some thief man way in the course picking their lives for ground zero. He won't come out for that place where he come out where he no get 1 foot. Then he go one come out, he no saying a word this way. You need to play with people their lives. Some man go don't thief money, picking they die. And then they joke with them. No, these are young children dying. I was just reading something that somebody sent to me.
You know, the truth is this, in this revolution, I've oftentimes said it that on our way to Biya, on this journey to independence, we'll see a lot, we'll experience a lot. But this, to me, I believe so much that these are the things that will mold us up for the future, because it will give us the experience on how to build this new nation. Don't forget, you say that we have to build this nation. It is our responsibility.
I'm glad. We have to build the nation. And certainly we'll build it not by supporting thieves, rogues, armed robbers, revolutionary assassins, infiltrators, jobless people who claim they want to lead. You cannot build a revolution by supporting a nobody to whom we gave our trust, our money. And then he stole the money, and today there's a woman exposing you people there. When I go coach her right now, if not every time you know that, don't go make fake voice. If you see silent people, they go for extend for bring some voice or force and send them my voice. Now me one. I don't tell all don't pass show them silent attempt for them say when they want to talk and they say when I stay quiet, when I leave me every tattoo, the Nyaman Kondo will crush them. They didn't call me smoke now for nothing. They didn't call me rock now for nothing. I don't be tolerate armed robber. And I work for this revolution day and night for bringing money because I get a conviction. Say with this money we don't reach Boya. But what is I going to do? It take the money cut into two. Start divide the other. Even the halfway show way and Barcelona people. It start divide among the people then. Go chop crab. One man chop crab for 1 million. Crab. 1 man for 1 million francs only for crab. Well, we will play to the end. Thank you so much. More listen.
Yeah. And this revolution never really been a revolution for diaspora, let me tell you. You understand? Some people, they're supposed to don't come up for inside some meeting, run so they forget their back. Then you know say a revolution that. When they cost thinking they are dead for ground zero, then they can't she don't chop, so they don't talk for meeting, chop come on water freely. They're supposed to don't be commode, some people they run, abandon their motor with time, no they for enter starter. That is what you call a revolution.
Yeah, but don't you think that me and you have the responsibility to step up the game?
Yes, we can do it, and yes, we can do it. And we should do it.
Yeah, and that's why it's good that you are getting.
But it is not by you sitting here and thinking that you're going to worship Sako, a thief, and you expect me. I will not. Let me just tell you, I will not tolerate that. I just want you to know we can talk. I can be very civil. You understand? I can be very civil, but you have to answer questions straight.
When I bring you on my show, I have these simple rules and regulations. They are very simple, and I think everyone can obey them. It's simple, and I make it. You remember when I called you? One of the things I told you that we can argue, and I know that I have a lot. I talk with a lot of people in this revolution, and I like the one-to-one talk, and I respect people's privacy.
I totally agree.
We can argue, we can fight.
Yeah.
Just like you said, we can, and this is the revolution. But one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to influence you that you must take my own opinion.
No, how can I do it? I can't do that.
Or I don't want you to say that because I said that I know Kabe is a thief. You must believe that I.
No,
the point is this.
you cannot force somebody to believe. You can throw it out there. This is
You have
it's a.
about something. You get your facts and let the people make their decision.
Let me tell you something. You cannot even force it onto somebody. If you could, I'm sure we would have. You understand? Would have done so. So you cannot. So this is not. You shouldn't even be worried about that. You cannot sit here and force people to see that Sako is a thief. How can you possibly force that? There's no. How can you cannot?
Like the last statement you made. Let me.
No, I will tell you. I know that Sako is a thief. But there's no way I can convince you now. I can force you to know that Sako is a thief. That's what I'm saying. I cannot force you to know that, but I can tell you that is what I know.
Force me to say that Sako is a thief until you give me facts. And after listening to your audio, and that's one of the things I decided to talk to you. I decided to talk to you because when I listened to that audio, I said,
I don't even know which of the audios. I've made many audios.
No, the one you made with this boy now, with this guy now, Success Nkomo.
Yeah, you mean, are you talking about the show of 2 years ago?
Yes.
Are you talking, is it a video or audio? Because I made an audio today in regards to a flyer that they were circulating around.
I will send you what I'm talking about. I saw it on Facebook though. It's from 2017. You know, some of these things, sometimes you see me, there's some things that you can see that happened 2 years ago and they will have a different meaning to you today than they had 2 years ago, right?
Yes. True.
So such a thing occurred to me. That's why I decided that I have to talk again with you because I discovered looking at that audio, or listening to that video and that interview you had with Nkomo, there was a lot you have to say. And I think that you did not finish saying what you said there. You yourself might not even know that what you were saying 2 years ago will be relevant for the revolution today.
Yeah, I knew it. I actually, on one of the shows, I told people to take out their pens and write it down. It was exactly, you understand? Because I told them, I said, you are going to go back to this thing that I'm telling you today 10, 20 years down the road. So write it down. Take out your tablet, take out your whatever you diaries, whatever journal, whatever you record things, take it and write it down because I am 100% sure about everything I say. And there is nothing that I have said in this revolution that I've regretted saying it. You understand? For the past 4 years, yes. I stand by everything that I've said so far when it comes to this revolution.
But I think that we will need to have more time to talk with each other. I'm in Germany. This is 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, yeah, I know.
And I've been working so hard, and tomorrow I have to have other issues to make, but I have an appointment at 10 and the rest. But the point is, I think.
Yeah, that is part of war, right? You are awake at 3 a.m. It means people are dying on this ground, and this is nothing compared to the children who are not just awake; they are actually watching and wondering if a Kelebe is coming. So when I'm awake at 3 a.m., I don't even feel like it's anything that I'm doing for the revolution, just because I think that I am awake, but I'm in an air-conditioned room. I'm not worried. I have my phone by. If anything happens, I'll dial 911. The police will come and rescue me and so on. But we have our children in the bushes. They are dodging from snakes. They are wondering if a Kelebe is coming and all of those things. So, but I'm not disrespecting the fact that it is late. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's just our own little sacrifice that we're doing compared to our people on ground zero.
That audio really long, so I will leave us for now, and we'll complete the audio for next show because it don't really overlong. And when I don't hear which way that woman don't talk, and it's a big disgrace to the big representative we go for go talk for that woman. He be completely disgraced, and it looks so funny because, like when I want to talk, right, I ever tell a lot of people that I will end the show very soon. in the next 5 minutes. Ma put them clearly for now and listen very attentively. I want to just play this one other video where we now don't obviously see her. And some people they way sometimes you understand wait to be that definition for the truth. Because when you see these are people that all migrate from one life from a back to another, but for one point, where is my chip? Well, the same question way the woman asks that pick, and at the same way Arouna asks Chris, and until now they still find the answer for Sawi the key Goliath. They find the answer for Gideon the back and for Samson the back, put the key Goliath. Yesterday, some person go to play some audio as I hear. Go to send my voice. Yeah, when I hear my voice, you go doubt my voice. So they say some person call me for phone call, treat me Eric TATAW. Number one, I need to take no phone call while they discuss issue the way it be related to Sako in that level. I need anything about my chip, like when man come and I just say go and ask Sako. So you know I tell me I can talk the contrary because I know say Sako teach my chip to boy. So you know go make phone call say na Eric TATAW who fit treat me? My talk thing where I no get for talk. Anything I talk about Sako na the truth. Look for example, now the same woman this way, he talks about Sako thief. Now in this. Okay.
So we have and vice president and ambassador Gabonane. So my trip to book launcher. Do a book and tell us how you spend our money for my trip to where. Now let me ask you. Our ambassador don't wise. They don't contribute again. You must turn around. Go for move book. 2008 book we don't sell them all over Boya. People don't buy them. You don't read the
So I don't want to talk plenty, so that's what I don't hear. So me doing a book for tell me how it chop my trip to Boya. Everybody knows that. Everybody that support you today, they know. I will keep the video. We will play them every day for our show for remind people say when man active man. I'll tell you one thing. You see like Justice Ayapo. You see like Ateba. They will know say this. They will join CPDM. With the hope say CPDM a good party. But when CPDM bad, they come out, they start criticize CPDM. That is called patriotism. It's called truthfulness. So you know, get person today. Yeah, he get like Jean Momon Didier way. He call CPDM as a he post. He go they go the same press for CPDM. They like chugoma them. Me, I take the footstep of Justice Ayapo and Ateba. I move out of a bad system. I don't go into a bad system. I move out of it. Now the one them Morocco hungry, don't kill it for street. They don't sleep like 60 man picking out of 55 or a quarter. Me say they sleep alle two. They take small money, give I don't go now, I don't talk. He has to be cost Sako for her. Everybody get that impression about Sako. Everyone be still support Sako. They don't really tell it for your face. They go tell when Mark Barata, as you can say, return of a meeting. I tell Sako, say, Your Excellency, say, bring me the accountability of my people. I say, no, I'm responsible. I say, but you have to tell us who had the money. Because he had the money, he could not speak. This girl was speaking the truth. Say Sako thief money, and that's the fact. So you don't be convinced, no man. All of ambassadors, they know say Sako is a thief. You like I talk say every day you can talk about Sako, this, and so on. I be talk about Ayaba every day. Ayaba is supporters they behave the same one as they behave. Today they don't see and say this man was always speaking the truth. So the pigs they get for no. We now get for no. We get almost 2 hours, but they still watch 1 point something K. Because now the people's platform. So I want to say, anybody don't watch this show, if you never share and never like and you never comment, please go and put your comments, click on like and share. Now which is the way all our people they get for the do. I'll end this show by thanking His Excellency, our President, Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius, and the 9 others away they don't jail and say, we therefore on our back. Sakwe come if you say you carry joblessness, destroy on our back. I stand firm, and the rest of the genuine Ambazonian petrol they stand firm. We salute Dr. David Makongowe. He don't contribute. He had earned money for humanitarian activities for this revolution. Those are the people who matter. And he continue to contribute. We salute Honorable Weber, where he come out, abandon his job as la Republic Parliamentarian, who can fight for the Ambazonian people. We salute John Aku, where he leave CRTV, work up, go place and go Nigeria, go Ethiopia, finally come America to fight for this struggle. We salute Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, where he put all effort for science will succeed. We salute Professor Carson Anyangwe, where they South Africa they do your own diplomacy. Of course, we will not forget the people for coalition, for dialogue and negotiation. For the excellent job where they don't want. We continue to salute them. Salute Mark Barretta, we don't put his foot down as a father of activists. He will continue for mass fire despite the way they do and to move it for this platform. I salute all members of DAC, especially my brother way in the UK way, he don't develop Omojami. Omojami na new site like Facebook, like Instagram, where I go to put up away. Now they do and so and they communicate for this. I don't talk many times on my platform. We salute you all the dark people. We salute members for Anna. So we continue to get more and more people then for believe in the ideology. We not forget for salute Salas Atefo, where they work tooth and nail for make sure Santa be fine. And of course, I salute Jojo, salute Don Pasho. All activities in way that they push the cause of the revolution ahead. As you know, I'll be very happy say when I continue to give this platform the big support we deserve. And just as I be talk for my last show, with the talk and with the move for action. Now, where today I be talk last time say, you know, we work on, and I think we get great progress with the National Telegraph magazine like when I don't see them here. So the magazine get for come out for August. When I see the magazine, well designed. So our magazine, that the National Telegraph magazine, it will be sold here in Washington, D.C., Maryland, and other states in America. And all Congress people them, all banks them, all diplomatic missions, all American lawmakers per se, government officials, White House, they will get free copies for the so that we'll be able to sell which we will see that the authentic thing way the American public get for now. So we'll be very happy. I want to thank all my don't watch this show. And I continue to thank any other big artists who are not calling name, me no vex. About I salute to Dr. Edmond, Dr. Mufo, all them, where they watch me, Dr. Zama, all man. I thank everybody way. And I don't forget to thank my friend way and I know calling him, but he's there upper Maboro. If he call me for the house, he give me shoes. I'll be showing last time, and then he contribute $50. And then one of our big brother and two, he be sent brother Peter, I'll just call one, he be sent to $100 through he. I don't forget to thank one brother Sama, we don't send to some military guys that are going to go drive. I think about an hour or 50 minutes drive to go pick her up for a brother place. I will do that one probably over the weekend. We salute Almighty watch with for all the 50 states for America, for all the continents, them, all refugees that they watch with, all IDPs that they watch with, all our fighters, them, and everyone, mommy and our parents, they don't die. They go before we salute them. We salute people that don't lost their loved ones to this revolution. Say if one money, Sakobi take one money, we use and buy gun. We not for the lost all the brothers. La Republic for that can negotiate. And we salute all people the way they stand firm for the US and UN talks. We thank and say when I be open on time, when I condemn the mafia where they come from Swiss, and today we don't get great progress. Of course, especially CDN, Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiation, where they come out on the 15th, the whole meeting with the Ted Cruz, Senator for Texas, and then that same 15th, Ted Cruz signed that resolution. But where Sakobi don't write a fake back letter for Congress, it not reach on the 14th, but on the 15th, they dismiss that nonsense. They sign more about say we'll go for all inclusive dialogue and forget the credible process. They don't mention Swiss because Swiss don't fail hopefully and are just a regime gimmicks. And the Republic of Cameroon don't bring this style for can confuse our people. I'll end this show today as usual. I will play our president music. His Excellency Sisiku Ayoktabe Julius way. Now the president of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, not me I talk now. Everybody for the world they talk, despite the fact that pigs and fishes, the fish don't go wash up, they make fake audio. So as you write You listen, begin to type hashtag JAT, Julius Ayotabe. That's our president. Sako don't fight presidents. All the way touch and the only score. All the way touch and the only coin as a man. So hashtag JAT, that is our president. Number one, I will continue for support you. And Miss Sako, they know. So that the biggest platform is the international community will take the information. And right away, I talked yesterday, as we write about this thing, they don't carry on. All other media organs don't carry on. So we thank God for our president alive. And we thank the resilience. We know say the biggest activism and the strongest ambassador in the day for the back. So we no worry. Consider Sako like Biya, then you'll be okay. Thank you so much. Keep sharing. And hashtag JAT means Julius Ayotabe. Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep sharing. If you never share, just share. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And do not forget to go for www.shopamber.com to go buy our own t-shirt as 1st October they come. So all man, make sure you check that website www.shopamber.com. Thank you so much. Keep the hashtag JAT. That's our president. Whether the Republic like or not, they will free them. Keep the hashtag JAT. Hashtag JAT. Thank you so much. And I don't forget to salute Mama Ambazonia for UK where you do a great job. Please. If you never share, you share. You never click on love, you click on love. So thank Oma, we don't watch so much. And say may God bless you now. I will leave you in the next 1 minute. So we'll enjoy the music before I go. Thank you so much. Alright, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Happy weekend. See you guys again tomorrow. We'll bring you every detail anytime we'll get any useful information. Thank you so much. Bye bye. And if you need to follow this page, make sure you click on follow. If you want to get current news, follow me for Twitter, follow National Telegraph for Facebook, and follow National Telegraph for YouTube. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.